these options. If you would like a widescreen, here's your widescreen in the standard selection. You could put an emphasis on the music when added. So at one point the music will be louder. Or you could emphasize the video as well. Also, your timeline, over here where you're editing, if you don't want to see a million of the same picture, you want it stretched shorter, then you just hit the minus, it'll shorten it for you. And if you would like more to play around with the editing, then you'll hit the plus and it'll become bigger and you can edit that way. One more editing tool that I wanted to share with you involved music. So one more time, let's add some music. All right, if you go into the music tool options, you can select the music. Let's go a little bit further in. And let's say I only want this song to play for the first half. So right about here, I'm going to cut the music out. You just hit the split button, and that kind of divides the music into 2 tracks. So now if I want to get rid of the one at the end, I can select it and go back to the home menu and hit the red X to delete, or you can just hit delete on your keyboard. So delete, that's gone. The music will stop right here. Now in the beginning, I have this narration that I introduced to you. So it sounds funny with the music being really loud and the narration loud. This is my vacation in Jamaica. So I want the music to fade in. So I will select fade in very slowly because I have kind of a long piece here in narration. Now listen to the difference. This is my vacation in Jamaica with Kevin. And then it gets loud. So lots of buttons, lots of different things to play around with. I just actually got a new computer, and so I have the newest Movie Maker. And even myself, I got this computer yesterday. I've had a hard time kind of navigating through it to show the program to you because I'm used to the older model. But there are tons of choices and options, and I highly recommend if you're going to use this in your classroom that you look at the program in depth and you know where everything is and you can help guide students through the program and answer questions when they can't find things, and then have them save periodically so they're not losing their work. Once the students have saved everything and they're ready and it's their final thing and they're happy with it and they're ready to share it with the class, then it has to be published to be uploaded. And one of the new parts that was added onto this program here, you would go to publish movie in an older version, but this one actually lets you publish right to the location that you want it. So they could publish right to YouTube by clicking this, which I thought was really, really awesome. And if they're just going to save and they're not ready to publish, they go to save movie. So PowerPoint. All right, some advantages. There are numerous advantages for students in this lesson. The students are able to draw direct connections to the theme and stories read in class and create a project to show this knowledge and connection. Students will be able to take an invested interest in the project because it requires them to share something from their lives that is important to them. Students will gain experience using multiple technology skills with a new technology tool. Students will gain experience with presentation skills while using multimedia. As students help others in the creation of these projects, the community of learners will continue to be fostered. They will be able to share their lives and learn about the lives of the other students in the classroom. There were, however, some disadvantages. And the disadvantages of using Photo Story: the largest disadvantage of the project is the amount of time needed and the possibility that resources will be lacking because of the time constraint. Schools may not have computers compatible with the program. Even if the school does have support for the program, students may not have access to the program at home, which would mean everything would have to be done in school. Lots of time would have to be devoted to this project. Students who finish early will need to be kept busy and learning, while other students who take longer will have time to finish their work. Since the project takes longer and it requires new skills, some students may also struggle or become frustrated with the assignment. Instructional strategies. I thought that this using Photo Story was really cool for the instructional strategies that could be brought into the classroom. Students are provided with a model-based instruction where they can visually see the program, expectations, and an example of the project. So when I first introduced this to my students, I had a video made with Movie Maker to show them how what was expected during this project. So let me show you a small clip from that.
Welcome to our new project, My Life, My Story. First, you need to choose at least 5 songs that represent you at various stages of your life. You can use pivotal moments or break it up into 3-year increments, whatever seems logical to your life. The song should be representative of you, not just favorite songs from your life, although it is possible that those are one and the same. For each of your 5 songs, compose a paragraph explaining its relationship to your life. Make sure you include song title, artist, and main idea for each song. In addition to supporting information that explains the song's relationship to your life, also include a concluding sentence that sums up your main idea, and be sure to revise and edit your final work. Next, you need to create a title for your soundtrack. You need to be extremely creative. Betsy's Life, for example, is neither interesting nor meaningful.
All right. That way the students were able to see what it looked like to use the program, and they were also introduced to the project. That was how I opened it up to them. Then I also showed them a clip of the one that I made myself, and I will show you that as well. You'll see the pictures. I am going to mute the music to it because I do not have the rights to the song that I selected to show my classroom. So you'll see just a brief clip of the video with that. And I did use the song by Martina McBride. She's a Butterfly. So the song would be playing in the background. I introduced my sisters. One of my sisters passed away a few years ago, so that was a huge part of my life. She was a huge part. So I selected that for one of the songs to express about a stage in my life and kind of focus in on her and my other sister Jill and myself growing up and different things that were very important to us. So that was shown to the students as well. And then this gave them an idea of what was expected. It also let them know a little bit about my life. Students will be on different levels and working to help each other. A community of learners will be built as students share personal information about themselves. The unique part of this assignment is that while it is personal, students can choose how personal they actually want to be in the photo story. The video can also be connected to different learning styles and done through many ways of instruction, such as modeling, examples, written guides and steps, screenshot videos, etc. Students are engaged through the instruction because the tool itself asks students to each participate, demonstrate knowledge, and create a project that shows the understanding of the curriculum. Students are given clear instructions prior to the activities, and the projects revolve around the students and what they are capable of. The project is reflective of what they have learned in class. All of this makes the process meaningful to the students, and it helps to engage them in order for even more learning to take place. And then lastly, is it transferable in education? I believe it could be easily transferred to other teachers and subject areas. Students do not have to create a photo story representative of their lives, but they can create one to show a process or to explain a concept in another class. Students can also tell a story about something that has happened in history. There are many options if a teacher wants to use this as a tool in his classroom. Students at a very young age would struggle with this, so I recommend it for the higher levels of education. I really hope that you enjoyed seeing a little bit about PhotoStory and how to use it and what I did to include this tool in my classroom and learning about Poll Everywhere. I think that both of these were excellent tools, and I definitely think you should take a look at them and consider them for your own classroom. I know my students really enjoyed using them, and I really feel that they were the best tools in both situations where I implemented them.